Hello everyone and welcome to the William TopsTV community. I'm your host, and today I'm going to tell you about something that may surprise or even scare you. It's about the 10 most dangerous foods in the world. Some of these foods can cause serious illness, poisoning, or even death. Want to know what they are? Then stay tuned to the video and do not miss any detail. And if you like the content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell to receive notifications of the next videos. Let's get started. Number 10. Casu marzu. Casu marzu is a type of traditional cheese from the island of Sardinia in Italy that looks appetizing but also strange. Some people believe that this cheese has properties that increase sexual desire, but in reality it is a very dangerous cheese. Because casu marzu is rotten, and that means it is full of live worms. These maggots are the larvae of flies that lay their eggs in the cheese and make it ferment. The cheese becomes softer and creamier, but also more sour and bitter. Some people eat the cheese with the maggots and all, but this can cause serious health problems. The worms can resist gastric juices and remain alive in the intestine, causing pain, diarrhea, vomiting, and even infections. Although not usually fatal, it is very unpleasant. For this reason, the European Union has banned the production and sale of this cheese, considering it a risk to public health. However, some Sardinians continue to consume casu marzu as part of their culture and buy it on the black market, despite the possible consequences. Number 9. Pufferfish. Fugu is a pufferfish that is eaten in Japan as a very special and delicate dish, but also very dangerous. This fish has a substance called tetrodotoxin that is very poisonous and can kill people who eat it. Tetrodotoxin is found in some organs of the fish, such as the liver, ovaries, and intestines, and also in the skin. If these organs are not removed properly, or if other parts of the fish are contaminated, the poison can pass into the meat that is served as food. The poison affects the nervous system and causes the muscles to become paralyzed, making it impossible to breathe. The person who is poisoned can die from asphyxiation in a short time, and there is no known antidote. The worst thing is that the person realizes what is happening to him or her, but can do nothing to prevent it. Number 8. Elderberries. You are probably aware of the famous health benefits of elderberries, among which are their antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, depurative, and immune-boosting properties. Less well known is how fatal the consumption of its raw or unripe leaves, seeds, or fruits can be, as they contain a chemical compound known as cyanogenetic glycoside, which can produce cyanide or hydrocyanic acid. Its consumption can cause nausea and even heart attacks. Number 7. Raw cashew nuts. Cashews are nuts of Brazilian origin that have many health benefits, such as providing magnesium, healthy fatty acids, and antioxidants. However, they cannot be eaten straight from the tree because they have a shell that contains a toxic substance called urushiol. Urushiol is an oil produced in the leaves of some plants of the Anacardiaceae family, such as poison ivy. If urushiol comes in contact with the skin, it can cause an allergic reaction that manifests with rashes, itching, swelling, and blisters. In severe cases, it can lead to difficulty breathing or even death. For this reason, cashews sold in supermarkets and elsewhere have undergone a cooking or roasting process that removes the urushiol from the shell. Thus, they can be consumed safely and enjoy their flavor and properties. Although some packages say that they are raw, in reality they are not, because if they were, they would be very dangerous. Number 6. Cassava. Cassava is a tuber that is grown in tropical and subtropical areas for its high nutritional and energetic value. Its scientific name is Manihot esculenta, and it has many other common names, such as manioc, tapioca, cassava, or guacamole. Cassava has a hard brown skin that must be removed before eating, and a white or yellow pulp that can be cooked in various ways, such as boiled, fried, roasted, or as flour. Cassava is a very versatile food that can be used to prepare savory or sweet dishes. For example, you can make a cassava puree with butter and cheese, or you can make a cassava cake with condensed milk and grated coconut. Cassava can also be used to make bread, cookies, tortillas, arepas, fritters, and other baked goods. Cassava is a very popular ingredient in the gastronomy of many countries in Latin America, Africa, and Asia, where it is consumed as an accompaniment or main dish. However, cassava also has some health risks if not cooked properly. Cassava contains compounds called cyanogenic glycosides, which, when in contact with the enzymes of the plant or the human organism, are transformed into cyanide, a very toxic substance that can cause intoxication, respiratory distress, paralysis, and even death. Therefore, it is very important to peel the cassava well and cook it at high temperatures to eliminate the cyanide. Before we continue, don't forget to like and subscribe. We also invite you to activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Number 5. Blood clams. Blood clams are a type of bivalve mollusk characterized by having hemoglobin in their blood, which gives them a reddish color when they open. Their scientific name is Anodara granosa, and they are found mainly in Southeast Asia, the Gulf of Mexico, and the Atlantic Ocean. They are usually eaten raw or lightly cooked, as it is believed that they retain their flavor and texture better. However, bloody clams can be very dangerous to human health, as they can contain high levels of cyanide and other toxins that accumulate in their bodies as they filter contaminated water. These substances can cause poisoning, infections, and diseases such as hepatitis A, typhoid fever, dysentery, cholera, and paralysis. These risks are especially high in China, where sanitary conditions are poor and clams are grown and sold in dirty, stagnant water. For this reason, blood clams are banned in many countries, such as the United States, where they are considered an illegal and dangerous product. In China, where they were consumed as a delicacy, they were also banned in 1998, following a serious hepatitis A epidemic, which caused 30 deaths and 300,000 infections. Since then, Chinese authorities have imposed fines and penalties on traders and consumers of bloody clams, which can be up to 10 times the retail price of the product. Number 4. African bullfrog. The African bullfrog is an amphibian found in southern Africa in countries such as Namibia. It is the second largest frog in the world after the Goliath frog and can weigh more than 2 kilograms. Some people keep it as a pet, but you have to be very careful with it because it can be very dangerous if eaten. Its skin and organs contain substances called toxins, which can cause serious illness or even death. Therefore, it must be cooked very well, and all poisonous parts must be removed before eating it. In addition, it is said that it can only be eaten after it has mated, because before that it has more toxins. It is also said that you have to wait for it to rain 3 times, so that the water removes the poison. These are some of the beliefs and traditions that people who eat this frog have. Number 3. Hákarl. One of the traditional dishes of Icelandic food, and consisting of the cured meat of the Greenland shark. The problem associated with this shark is that it lacks a kidney and urinary tract. So all the garbage, uric acid, and toxic substances consumed are stored in the skin of the being that enjoys the dubious honor of being known as the worst-tasting animal in the world. The meat must undergo a curing process of at least 6 months to be fit for human consumption. However, far from areas inhabited by humans due to the unpleasant odor it gives off. Number 2. Ackee. Ackee is a tropical fruit used as a vegetable in Caribbean cuisine, especially in Jamaica, where it is the national fruit and part of the typical dish of ackee and saltfish. The ackee has an African origin, and its name comes from the word Ackee fufo of the Twi language. The ackee is pear-shaped and is divided into 3 or 4 cream-colored segments surrounding shiny black seeds. The ackee is a delicate and dangerous fruit, as it contains a toxic substance called hypoglycine, which can cause Jamaican vomiting syndrome, a serious illness that causes vomiting, convulsions, coma, and even death. To avoid the risk of poisoning, ackee should only be eaten when it is fully ripe and has opened naturally on the tree. The black seeds should never be eaten, as they are highly poisonous. Number 1. Sannakji. Sannakji is a Korean dish that consists of eating live octopus, either whole or cut into small pieces. It is a variety of ho, which means raw dish, and is usually seasoned with oil and sesame seeds. Sannakji is considered a delicacy by some Koreans, but also a cruelty by others, as the octopus suffers from being cut and chewed alive. In addition, Sannakji can be dangerous for the eater, as the tentacles of the octopus keep moving and can stick to the mouth or throat, causing choking. Therefore, it is recommended to chew the Sannakji well before swallowing it, or drink plenty of liquid to help it pass. And that concludes our journey through the 10 most dangerous foods in the world. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. I wish you a happy and prosperous new year. Goodbye.